Hi folks, back again. Bathrobe Chronicles number 15. I just did 14 and it was on energy healing. I mentioned several kinds of modalities. But this one's going to be on Therapeutic Touch. Therapeutic Touch was dreamed up by a couple of nurses, and this has been around for a while actually. And basically what they're saying is the same stuff the other whack jobs say, and that is you have this energy in you, universal life energy or chi or whatever they want to call it. And when that gets all blocked up or something, then everything goes to hell. And what they're going to do is, ironically, even though it says therapeutic touch, there's no touching. They just go like this over your body. In other words, they come up to you, you're in bed or something, and they go like this. Can you imagine this? These are fucking nurses, people. Nurses. I mean, they went to nursing school. They had some chemistry. They had some biology. They had some physiology. They had some of that medical stuff. And they're going to go like this over you? Supposedly there are like 40,000 plus nurses out there who've been trained. And I think, if you can believe this stuff is even taught in nursing schools. Now, this is a good one. About 8-10 years ago, I don't know exactly when, and I think it was in Colorado, there was a lady out there who is a nurse and who was really ticked off about all this, and I think she was petitioning the State Nursing Association to get rid of this crap. Anyway, her daughter, I think her name is Emily Rosa, who at the time was 9 or 10 years old or something like that. She obviously was in the home with the mom and all of that, heard this stuff about this therapeutic touch. So for a school project, listen to this carefully, a school project, this is a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, a science project. She decided what she was going to do was test this therapeutic touch to see if it worked. Now I don't remember all the ins and outs of exactly what she did, but more or less, here's what happened. The way her science, this is for school, this is a kid, 9 or 10 years old. What she did is she had a piece of plywood or whatever, separating herself from the therapeutic touch experts. And then what would happen is Emily, would sit on one side of the board so that no one could see, and the nurses or whomever would sit on the other side of the board. And there were 2 holes in the board. So the therapeutic touch people claim they can check like the energy levels and all that baloney. All Emily wanted them to do was see if there was a human being on the other side. In other words, if these experts, and there was like 21, 22, 23, I can't remember, these experts could actually detect how much energy we have, surely they could tell if there was a human being on the other side. So basically what would happen is, I think Emily would flip a coin, and she would either put her hand underneath hole 1 or hole 2 or whatever, and then the therapeutic touch nurses, they would decide or put their hands over and say whether or not there was a person there, or whether or not there was energy there, or whatever. Anyway, of course they failed. I think folks would say that they have a 50-50 chance. In other words, they're either right or wrong, because we're looking at like there's someone there, there's someone not there. I think they ended up in the 40s, like 46%, 47%, which is less than chance. Anyway, this is the remarkable thing. JAMA, Journal of American Medical Association, which supposedly is one of the most prestigious medical journals around, they published this. Published this experiment, for lack of a better word, by a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old. Refuted the whole idea that it's all baloney. They put it in the journal. They published it. It was there for everyone to see in the Journal of the American Medical Association. So what did that do? Nothing. There's still nurses out there going like this. I mean, folks, come on. Let me say this. If you're ever in a hospital, a nurse comes by and starts going out, pull off and punch the crap out of her. As Pat Gondell would say, and yes, I'm pissed off tonight, peace.